G'day Marvel Future Fight Gamers, VaderG here, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we're just starting to download, well actually finishing downloading the APK, which takes a while. I've got about 20 minutes before I have to rush out. I'm on a different computer, so a non-lag computer, which is good. So what we'll do is we'll actually run through each of the characters, how to get them. Firstly though, I will be, so there we go, new uniforms, new potential. I'll be turning down the sound because the in-game sound for me is really loud in my ears, even though you guys probably can't hear it too much. So that's better. Okay, so what are we going to look at first? Let's have a bit of a look at the actual characters and how you get the new characters, I guess. Let's have a look at those first. So we'll scroll through. There we've got Cap with his new uniform. We'll come back to that 100% for sure. I'll just make all of these favorites so they set up pretty quickly in team. And man, how cool do these guys look? This guy looks kick ass, eh? And he's needed a rework for so long, so that's epic that he's actually got that. Bucky will definitely be having a look at his tier 3 skill. Who would have thought Bucky getting the tier 3 skill this update? I know it's related to Hydra, but still, it's yeah, pretty amazing. Crossbones, another one that's got a bit of a rework. So let's line him up there. Baron Zemo. Okay, so he's the first one that we're going to have a look at from a new character point of view. So let's see first of all. That's not where we go. Marvel Universe. Location. Okay. Okay, so here's the bio sub. So Baron Zemo bio sub. No big surprise there. I thought he might actually be the bio sub, but always pretty cool to actually confirm that. Let's have a quick look at his skills while we're here. Okay, so he's passive. We've got an increased guaranteed dodge rate by 20%, increased bleed by 30%, increased skill damage, which is the standard skill and bonus damage. Number 1. Skill number 2, burn damage. Skill number 3. Stun, silence, incapacitation, massive buff, increase all attacks by 45%, speed and crit rate as well, so that's pretty awesome. He's also got immune to all damage for 6 seconds, so that third skill is a cracker. 4th skill, decrease of all defenses, doesn't seem like it's going to apply to World Boss, has paralysis on it as well, which does ignore immunity. And the 5th skill, we've got another defense down, incapacitation, super armor, all defenses. So that's pretty serious. He's passive, more bleed damage, and removes elasticity. And what do we got here? Wow, okay. So his leadership is kick-ass. So applies to villain allies, 50% increase of all attacks. That is absolutely insane. So man, let's have a quick look. So he will be 100% speed, villain, something. So definitely leader. Maybe him combined with superior octopus. That might be the way to go. But anyway, let's see. Let's see what. Let's have a look at his skills here. While we're in here, and while we've got a little bit of time to actually get through this stuff, and he makes a pretty cool entrance there. Turn the AI on straight away. Get these guys rounded up. And first of all, I'm just going to have a look at his skill. Man, very flashy, eh? 4 skill, massive iframe, just a leap back, shooting, huge slashes, and lots of bleed damage. This guy, he really smashes them out with bleed damage. Oh, 2nd skill, I love that. I love those skills. They're procced bringing skills with the delayed grenades. 1st skill looks pretty powerful as well. And 3rd skill. Yeah, pretty neat, eh? Pretty awesome. He looks like he's going to be pretty damn amazing. So, I tell you what, the standout though is that leadership. That leadership is absolutely killer. 50% increase of all attacks. Applies to villains, so that is an epic leadership. So as usual, we've got no ISO, so all this stuff takes a long time to actually get set up. We've got nothing built. We might just have a real quick look in inventory and see what we've got this time around. See what sort of CTPs we've got. Yeah, okay, so we've got one rage. We have none of the new type of CTPs. Once again, no silver ISO. So basically it's exactly the same setup as the last test server, so we have to, for whatever reason, we have to farm the silver ISO ourselves, and I just don't get that. Card wise, I wouldn't be surprised if we actually have the same cards as last time. Yeah, that looks pretty much the same to me. It actually looks identical to what we were given last time. So from an inventory point of view, we've got a little bit of work to do. Okay, so Baron Zemo, we saw Baron Zemo. Let's have a quick look. Who else I'm really interested in is Madam Hydra. I mean, I'm interested in all these guys, to be perfectly honest. But Madam Hydra is another one that I'm certainly interested in from a leadership point of view. But let's have a look at Taskmaster first, because we've come across him first. Okay, so how do we get Taskmaster? So we go to the location, find it in the shop. So that's kind of real, a real broad description. Sometimes that means that you have to buy it with crystals. More often than not, it means that you can actually use your bio selectors on him. So let's hope that that's actually the case for Taskmaster. Let's have a quick look at his skills and his skill description. Tier 2 passive. Okay, applies to weapon master allies. Okay, interesting. Who are weapon master allies? That's what I want to know. I guess it's, is it, I don't know. That's an interesting one. I'll have to figure that out. Like I said, I'm not a big Marvel comic nut. Actually, most of what I learn about Marvel is from this game. So he's got guaranteed crit rate by 20%, ignores target dodge rate by 20%, and he's got the skill damage and bonus damage increase as well for his tier 2 skill. First skill, he's got a decreased damage received, so quite a defensive type skill. His second skill gives a bind and some damage. Third skill, decrease all defenses, stacks up to 45% and applies to world bosses. His fourth skill increases all attacks by 35%, all speed by 1%, and crit rate by 35%. So a very nice buff there on the fourth skill. And what's a deal shock damage? Deal shock damage for 5 seconds, so that's pretty neat as well. His fifth skill, 5% decrease of all defenses, ignores immunity, so applies to world boss, stacks up to minus 45%, applies itself invincible, so a real mixture of an attacking and a defensive type skill. So he looks like quite a balanced character. His passive, when HP is below 50%, increases guaranteed dodge rate by 40%. Okay, that's a bit of a meh passive, but probably still really good for survivability, I guess. And his leadership applies to all allies, dodge rate increases by 6%, applies to self, increase all attack by 35%, all defenses by 35%, and all speeds by 10%. Kind of sounds a little bit similar to a Deadpool type leadership. So not a fantastic leadership, but not a bad self leadership. So let's have a quick look at his skills again. Let's go through here. Start off with the fifth skill, and basically gets around everyone and gives them a bit of a carve up. It's a bit of a mix of cap skill and, wow, there's just so many things going on in that skill. Fourth skill, bit of a Hawkeye emulator. Looks like it's applying shock damage there as well for 5 seconds. That's what we saw in the skill description. Second skill, iframe, Spider-Man type, or Moon Knight type skill there. First skill. It's actually a pretty cool first skill, to be honest. And third skill. And we might have seen that a few times from Deadpool. That's 6 skills, got everything going on. 277 hits, not bad at all. Not bad. Okay, so hopefully bio selector, hopefully not the shop, as in a crystal purchase. But I guess we'll see. Okay, let's head back here. So we've got these guys. Okay, Madam Hydra, where are you? I want to have a look at your leadership for female villain. See where we're at. Here we go. Here she is. Okay, let's see where we get Viper from. Oh, location. Find it in the shop. So broad again. Hopefully once again, bio selector, the same as Taskmaster. That will be perfect. So if that's the case, then we'll have no crystal walls. We'll have 1 bio sub and 2 bio selector units, which is really cool. Alright, let's have a look. Well, okay, we'll go into the skill preview first, although I would have liked to have a look at the leadership. Let's do this. Come and get some, boys. Man, those whips are just cranking it out. And then a bit of a power poison finish there as well. I love that 5th skill. That looks unreal. Wow, so damn powerful. 4th skill, quite a long wind-up. But man, it certainly gets going. So it looks like poison damage basically on every skill. Should be very interesting with the CTP of Judgment. Oh, okay, yeah, I did remember seeing this in the wow, man, looks so cool. Looks so cool. All right, let's have a look at the actual skill description, and in particular leadership. We might jump straight through to the leadership with her. What are we doing here? How's it taking us there? Okay, jump to the leadership. What do we got? Applies to all allies, increases poison damage by 40%. Interesting. Not okay. Good increase. Good for self leadership. Who else is going to apply to? Who else got poison damage? Shadow Shell. We've got Green Goblin. So anyway, let's have a look at that. Let's roll through the rest of her stuff. So her passive. Wow, her passive looks pretty stacked. Applies to self. Okay, so her crit rate, skill damage, bonus damage, activation rate when attacking an enemy with poison effect applied, increased guaranteed dodge rate. So a huge amount of self buffs there to that passive. First skill, poison damage. We saw that one. Poison damage again on the second. Third skill is the summons. Summons illusion with 110% of the summoner's stats. So that's actually not bad. It's, for 7.5 seconds with a cooldown time of 21, which turns into 10.5. So you can have those summons up for nearly all the times or all that aggro. Her 4th skill, poison damage, paralysis, which will apply to world boss. Increase poison damage by 30%, so quite a self buff there as well. And her 5th skill actually has poison damage. Damage over time. She's got a stun. She's got a decrease of poison resistance up to 50%, which will be quite powerful when combined with all of her skills. And she's got a small invincibility there of 3 seconds. And her general passive, she's immune to poison, which is fair call. Like most poisonous animals are kind of immune to other poisons, and 90% chance to become immune poison damage. Okay, so she looks pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. So guys, that's where we're going to get these characters from. I'm going to stop this video now and start another one to keep things rolling. Hopefully I get through a little bit more before I have to head out for the day. But there we've seen Baron Zemo with epic leadership, Taskmaster, Viper, biometric selectors, Baron Zemo bio sub. Still very cool. Probably going to come back in a minute and have a look at Doc Ock pretty quick with his skill descriptions. Alright guys, thanks, bye.